Spoelstra. I think he's a great guy. He's one of the great coaches in this league, and man, they always get after you. That's never a fun game.
On Steve's Olympic staff, correct?
I believe so. Yeah.
I think he is. Him and Monty Williams and Mark Few. Maybe one more that I don't know about, but yeah, no, I look forward to playing them to see if they're wearing their Miami Vice uniforms too. Those things are brutal, but they do fit Miami.
They do fit Miami.
They're
Absolutely
perfect for Miami. There's no doubt about that. Like I said, I know we got to run, but when Miami built their ballpark, the Marlins,
yeah,
I said that is so perfect for Miami. Remember, they had the green wall,
right?
They had the Club Med brochure come to life out in left center field.
Yeah.
And then they had the fish tank behind home plate. And I said, hey, you guys, I mean, this ballpark wouldn't work anywhere else, but in Miami, it was like perfect. I said the only thing they could have done a little bit better to make it Miami, just Miami, was to chalk the field with Coke. It would have been like, that would have been so Miami.
It's time.
Okay. Goodbye.
That's Tom Silverstein, Tim Roy. As we continue, he's got to go home and watch Scarface for the 500th time.
That's how he stays up till 1.
That's why you're up all the time. You're up there going, welcome to me and my little friend. Let's get to the Kaiser Permanente scoreboard. Portland, L.A., they had the matinee in L.A. Not good, though, for the hometown team. As Damian Lillard, 41. Jeremy Grant driving layup with 3 seconds to go. Portland kept L.A. winless. They beat the Lakers 106-104. Portland was down 7 with 1:56 to go in this game. Ended the game on an 11-2 run. LeBron James missed a 17-footer at the buzzer. Patrick Beverley, LeBron James, Russell Westbrook all missed shots for L.A. coming down the stretch. Anthony Simons with a big shot late for Portland, who get the win. Portland 3-0, Lakers 0-3. Rebounding 52-40, favoring the Trailblazers as they get the victory 106-104 over L.A. After the game, LeBron James was asked about Russell Westbrook.
I don't know. I feel like this is an interview of trying to set me up to say something. I can tell that you guys are in the whole Russell Westbrook category right now. I don't like to lose. I hate to lose I don't care what happens throughout the course of my season, throughout the course of my career. I hate to lose, and especially the way we had this game. But give credit to Portland. You guys can write about Russ and all the things you guys want to try to talk about Russ, but I'm not up here to do that. I won't do it. I've said it over and over.
Charlotte gets a win over Atlanta in our next broadcast. By the way, the Hornets go to 2-1. Kelly Oubre Jr. was the leading scorer tonight for Charlotte.
The bench has built the lead. The starters trying to sustain it. Hayward from the logo. Gives to Oubre. Oubre, left wing, around the Plumlee screen. Drifts, right side, just beyond the free throw line, and the jumper is good from 18. Kelly Oubre Jr. now with 21 on the night.
126-109 was your final. Oubre Jr. finished with 24. Nick Richards, a career-high 20 points and 11 boards coming off the bench, and Charlotte coasting to the win. The Hornets won despite being without 3 leading scorers, LaMelo Ball, Terry Rozier, out with an ankle sprain, Ball the same, and Miles Bridges has had some legal trouble, so he has not been playing as well. Dennis Smith Jr. started in Rozier's spot. He had 18. Trae Young with 28, DeJounte Murray with 19. The Hawks dropped to 2-1. John Collins and Clint Capella each had 10 rebounds for the Hawks. Let's move on in the scoreboard right now as we go to our next ball game, and that was Cleveland and Washington. This could be a matchup, maybe a playoff matchup.
Beal works to the right side. Allen has him on a switch. Beal, his pass stolen by Mitchell. Ahead to LeVert. Down the floor to Jetty. Up, good, and fouled! The Cavs with the D. The Cavs with the efficiency to run the break. Jetty with the finish and a chance for an and one.
Donovan Mitchell with 37 points in his first home game for the Cavaliers, and had two big plays in overtime after having a couple of miscues coming down the stretch. Cleveland wins 117-107. He had that 3-point play and a steal in the final 143 in overtime. Cleveland had a 7-point lead with 47 seconds to go in regulation. Could not feel the deal as, again, for Cleveland tonight, Jared Allen, 15 points and 13 rebounds. They had 6 players in double figures. Bradley Beal, 27 for the Wizards, and Kristaps Porzingis had 18. Wizards go to 2-1. Cleveland is also 2-1. Mitchell has scored 30 or more in his first 3 games as a Cavalier. Meanwhile, Robin Lopez, falling backwards in the lane, flipped the ball blindly over his head and scored a bucket for the Cavaliers. Again, the final in that one, it was 117-107 Cleveland in OT. Our NBC Sports Bay Area Spotlight game of the night, the Utah Jazz taking on the New Orleans Pelicans.
Markkanen inbounding, gives to Olynyk. Fakes the handoff, turns and drives with the left hand, scoops at the horn and scores! 3.1 seconds to play. 3.1 seconds to play.
That'll make him put it on the floor.
Marshall inbounds it to McCollum. He's trapped on the side. He puts up a runner at the horn. It's no good. And the Jazz burst off their bench high in the air. Malik Beasley hugging Kelly Olynyk, who just hit the game winner.
Big road win for the Jazz to go 3-0 on the season. They knock off the New Orleans Pelicans 122-101. Lauri Markkanen with a 31-point performance, had a couple of clutch free throws late in overtime, and you heard that Kelly Olynyk driving scoop with 3 seconds to go. Jordan Clarkson hit a tying 3 to force overtime for the Jazz. The Jazz, who many thought were going to be, and also ran 3-0 to start the season. They outscored the Pelicans 39-24 from 3. Zion Williamson fell down hard. He had left the bench to seek some treatment. He has a hip contusion. We'll know more about that. Brandon Ingram had a head injury for the Pelicans. He left the game, and I believe he is in concussion protocol. And so for the Pelicans tonight, Zion, by the way, had 25 points and 6 rebounds. Minnesota taking on OKC tonight, and it was Minnesota winning 116-106. Anthony Edwards had 30 points with the road victory, 13 of 19 from the floor, and gave him 11 rebounds. He was a plus 22. For Rudy Gobert, 15 points and 15 rebounds. Karl Anthony Towns had 15 and 8. Lou Dort for OKC had 20 points, but was a minus 29 in plus-minus. 7 players in double figures for the Timberwolves. One game still being played. That's down in L.A. The Phoenix Suns leading the L.A. Clippers 72-56, and that is in the third quarter of play. Our upcoming broadcast are brought to you by Ticketmaster. On Tuesday, the Warriors in Phoenix to take on the Suns. A 6:30 airtime, 7 o'clock tip on 95.7 The Game and the Warriors Radio Network. On Thursday, October 27th, the Warriors back home to take on the Miami Heat. That game presented by Rocket Lawyer. And then Saturday, mid-afternoon in Charlotte, 3:30 with the airtime, 4 o'clock with the tip. The Warriors take on the Hornets, game 1 of their road trip. So, for Tom Tolbert, I'm Tim Roy. The final is 130-125. Warriors get the win tonight over the Sacramento Kings. But there's still more to come on the Warriors postgame show. R.C. Davis has all of that as he'll close this one out on the defending champion 95.7 The Game Warriors Radio Network presented by United Airlines.
Odyssey.